Welcome back. I got home. I got home from Intuit Dome in like 30 minutes. I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect to be able to get home that fast. I was shocked. I know it wasn't a huge crowd. It was a preseason game. Getting out of there late after I do the post game show is not a problem, but just getting on the freeway from Inglewood back to Burbank, and I was able to get home relatively fast. Now I'm interested to see who still wants to talk Clippers after I just watched Coach Lou post game. I'm guessing Evil Bot Adam will not be here. Evil Bot Chuck, Evil Bot Tolbert. He has assumed a lot of different people, names, personalities. He's taken on many of them. I am a little bit relieved to see that the drive home was that easy. I'm just going to put it like that. I did not know how long that would take. But it's good to be with you guys. Clippers Talk After Dark. Maybe I should turn off the light or do some, I don't know, some lighting effects here and just lower things, make it a more intimate setting. Nothing weird, just I don't know. Why is my switcher? I got a damn remote for my light, which nobody needs, but it'd be cool if it worked right about now. Yeah, forget it. Son of a bitch. Where were you when the Clippers opened up Intuit Dome? That's what I want to ask. Where were you? Were you there? Did you enjoy yourself? Were you at the wall? I can't believe how loud that place was tonight. And it was probably at, I don't even know, half capacity, 60%, 70% maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I think that's a stretch. And it was still that loud. The wall, it was like, I explained this on Clips and Dip from my car on the way out. It's like if you have a home stereo system, and I used to be big into home theater stuff, and I would have the center channel, the two side speakers, then I'd have, I think the 7.1 gives you 4 surround speakers, plus you got the sub. You know where certain sounds are coming from. It's very distinct. It's very precise, those sounds. The sound from the wall, you knew it was coming from the wall. You knew where it was located right away. It was pulling your eardrums towards it. It's a genius idea, a great design. I'm still going to try to get the lighting right. And I can't... Is this good? Is this better? Creepy? I don't know. This Clippers Talk After Dark. I want to get my eyes in a place right now where I'm starting to shut down. I'm starting to get ready for bed. But I can't believe how loud everybody was. Renee Z says, yo, I missed the game. How was the game? It was great. The Clippers won their opener at Intuit Dome. What more could you ask for? Now, they also forced 29 turnovers on the Dallas Mavericks. That's absurd. Now, it makes sense when you think about a Dallas Mavericks team that is missing both of their stars, who also are ball-dominant players, who thrive with the basketball in their hands. Everybody else is playing off of Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Luka Doncic is the extreme example of heliocentric iso ball. We'll talk about that, myself and Dime Droppers. We're going to have a crossover episode coming up later this week. We'll do another home and home because I know he doesn't like that style of basketball, and I understand. But if any team you knew would struggle without having both their top guys, it would be the Dallas Mavericks. Just finding their way offensively. Trev Dog 5 says, was at the game maybe 65% full. Okay. And it was rocking. Can't wait for the 23rd. Going to be electric. So that is next Wednesday. Yeah, I know my work schedule. I can't either. Like, I took my headphones off multiple times just to get a sense for how loud it was around me because I have the headphones cranked. We're doing the radio broadcast with Carlo Jimenez and Big Brother Jake Warner, and I wasn't getting an accurate depiction or example of just how loud it was. It was incredible. And again, I agree with this from Trev Dog 5. It was probably 65% full. What's going to happen when that thing's full and it's a big game? It's going to be insane. There's not going to be anything else like it. I can't wait. The Intuit Dome, a lot of things, they can't exceed the hype in life. Most things let you down. A lot of movies, they end and peter out instead of with a bang. They leave you being a critic and I don't know, feel like you had a sour taste in your mouth. You were cheated. You were robbed of an experience. It didn't live up to your expectations. Intuit Dome, guys, you can say I'm a company man, whatever. Go see a game there. Tell me that's not the best place on earth to watch a basketball game. Tell me. Now, if you're a fan of another team, you're going to promote your own arena. Lakers fans will still say, no, it's crypto, don't you know? I don't know if they'd say it with a straight face, but even they are intrigued. I've talked to many Lakers fans who are like, I want to go to Intuit Dome. I want to see what this is like. Halo board, they just upgrade their Jumbotron to try to keep pace, but there's nothing like the Halo board. There is nothing like the Halo 360 board. It is remarkable when it's in front of you. The best way I can describe it is what I've always said. It is like augmented reality, or like you got the Oculus 3 on, or whatever number they're at. It doesn't look real. It doesn't compute. Your brain's not used to seeing anything like that. Timothy's saying it sounded like a college game on TV. I haven't heard it on TV yet. I haven't watched any of the highlights on TV yet because I was there. Actually loud. I'm telling you, everything that they put into the design of the Intuit Dome, it delivered in my mind. The wall, the effect of the wall, and what they were going for with the college-like atmosphere, to Timothy's point, I think it's going to be there, guys. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to be deafening and problematic for the opposition. I joked at one point, it was so good. Who was at the free throw line for 3 of them? Jordan Miller. He got fouled on a 3. He missed 2. As the wall was chanting his name. He got distracted by it maybe and missed 2 free throws. I don't know. Friendly fire. The wall is that effective. It's crazy. Trev Dog 5 says, I guess they didn't even use the Halo board to its full capacity tonight. They didn't. That's insane. They're saving it for opening night. Renee Z says, I went to crypto for the first time in my life last season. In the preseason, it was okay. Can't wait till I get into it at the Dome. Late Night Live, we here. Old Dirty Dasher. We even got kind of the effect now. I just have this little like reading light on. I don't know if this is weird or actually appropriate. for Clippers Talk After Dark. It's late. It's a new day, actually. Hey, welcome to October 15th, guys. Like, you could hear them chanting KPJ from the wall. It was so loud. And 65% full, maybe? The wall was not full. It wasn't even close. It's going to be incredible. I'm blown away. Legitimately blown away. I've been in this mode since we got lucky enough to get a private tour. And I was just walking through all the corridors of this place, and it's just mind-blowing. It really is. Jeremy Mormon says, can we sign Kai to a two-way now and give him a full roster spot once we figure out the PJ Tucker situation, assuming it opens one up? That's the problem. If they trade PJ somewhere else and they get a player back, well, then it doesn't open up a spot. Now, if you do a 2-for-1, if PJ gets traded with somebody else for one player, then a spot can open up. That's one way to make it happen with Kai. Shanae Shake says, hey, Adam, I'm one of the leaders of the wall. Yes, it was so loud. We can be louder. Excited for the season. Also, yep, it took me only 30 minutes to get home to Burbank. I was surprised as well. Okay. Burbank native, 818. I want to hear more. Shanae Shakes. I was so proud to see so many people leading chants and rallying the troops at the wall. You guys were standing like almost the entire time, to the point somebody told me on Twitter, there's no seats there, right? Someone thought because you guys were present standing for so much of the game that there were no seats at the wall. But there are. I saw during a timeout late in the game, I took a picture of it. Shanae, I apologize. I hope I got that right now. There's seats. There's seats there too. Anybody who was at the wall, let me know. 33, Larry Bird fan, says Adam A, what up? What up? Shanae, I hope I got that right. Renzi says, yeah, I heard some smoke. CP3 on the trade block and clips are linked to McDaniels. What? CP3 on the trade block? He just got what? Heard some smoke. Something on all the smoke? He just got to San Antonio. What do the Clippers have to do with CP3 at this point? They're not bringing him in. Jeremy Mormon said, waive him when it comes to PJ Tucker. Yeah, it may come to that. I don't know how you can trade him. I don't know who's trading for him. One of one says, people can say what they want about KPJ, but he's real. He's a real need. He's a real need. It's true. I got to shout out somebody who was calling me out, and I said I would shout him out on the next pod whenever I do it. Somebody said Dos Equis. Oh, he's saying, were you guys on the radio tonight? I can't find the show on the ride home. I'm going to link them right now to what we're doing. Like, this is the beauty of being able to stream on the YouTube side whenever the hell I want. Because the radio show is going to end, and I'm going to go home, and I'm going to have all these thoughts in my head about what this Clippers team can be, about Clipper Nation and Intuit Dome, and what we need to see from a crowd perspective to bring the noise level to its peak. These are the thoughts that go through my head on the way home. I'm like, I'm always thinking I should have said this post game, or I should have said this during the game, trying to perfect the craft, but pretty damn far from it. It's the way it goes. And now I can just come right back on and talk with you guys with a little Clippers talk after dark here. Old Dirty Dasher said, is there a secret hallway tunnel a la Staples and Intuit? I'll never tell. You'll find out when there's a kerfluffle and players get into it during a game and try to find each other post game. Hope that never happens. Mike Dang says preseason defense. Oh, yeah. You mean it's not going to travel to the regular season, Mike? Is that a shot? Because the defense has been fantastic. In fact, I'm going to bring up, because I was waiting for the advanced stats to come out as they have to calculate. It usually takes like an hour after games are done that day for you to get the new advanced stats. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this one bit. So the Clippers are second in defensive rating to the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, this is, okay, Portland's only played 2 games. The Clippers have played 4. This would be evidence against the Clippers defense being real, because most people would say, well, wait, if Portland has the best defensive rating in the preseason, how much stock can we put into it? I'm not, no pun intended. We're going to be doing that a lot. Into the defensive rating. But they've only played 2 games. The Clippers have played 4. And the next closest team, Detroit, I don't like that either. They're right behind the Clippers in defensive rating. So they're surrounded by 2 teams that we don't expect to be very good. Doesn't mean they can't be better on the defensive end. But Coach Lue was asked about, putting stock in the way they're doing things defensively post-game. Another reason I like doing these, because now I had a chance to listen to Coach Lue and got some post-game quotes from that. But he thinks that obviously there's something to what they're doing. And Jeff Van Gundy and what he's preaching with the defense they have integrated and are implementing, that they're still getting used to. But I don't know. What I saw earlier in that fourth quarter was a team committed to not giving up any buckets, easy buckets, tough shots. Dallas didn't get their first field goal till I think the 7:30 mark of the fourth quarter. Late in a preseason game. That's not supposed to matter. And Batum's out there, and Chris Dunn's out there, and KPJ and Kai, and it might have been Williams. They had a couple different guys, but Amir, they were absolute dogs defensively. Like, oh, Dallas, you don't have your starters. Cool, you're playing your second string, third string guys. We're not taking it easy on you. We're executing at a high level. This is the NBA. No one's going to feel sorry for you. And good luck getting a bucket. It was nasty what the Clippers were doing. Just turnover after turnover after turnover from Dallas to start that fourth quarter. In fact, I think, and I'll get back to some of your questions here, but I think, because I'm excited that so many people are joining me here this late. So the Dallas Mavericks entered the fourth quarter with already 21 turnovers. They had 8 more in the quarter. And it was just live ball turnover, an athletic wing from the Clippers getting a big dunk. Crazy. Timothy said, what do you think the team is going to do with Jordan Miller? And man, Williams' passing is impressive for his athleticism, for his size, Williams has a lot to offer. I don't know. I want to see him on the G League team. He kind of came out of nowhere with this Clippers team the last 3 preseason games. He's just been awesome. And he's had a great connection with Kai Jones. I was watching it earlier in the fourth quarter when the Clippers were turning them over at will over and over again. Not at Williams, but they weren't looking for Kai Jones to start the fourth. Now, KPJ had it going. Amir was getting in transition. But then Williams comes in and he finds him for like 2 crazy lobs where Kai Jones was swinging from the rim on the last one, just like he has every game the last 3 games since he's been in there. His ability to control some of the flow of the game is impressive. Like, his assist to turnover ratio here in the preseason has been special. He had 3 assists to 0 turnovers in this one. I think he might have the best assist to turnover ratio in the preseason for the Clippers. Yeah, I don't know. I hope he's willing to be on their G League team, but another team might come out and say, oh, Williams looks good. We're going to poach him from the Clippers. You guys are going to make me order Taco Bell or something because I feel like this may go a little bit further because more people are joining. And now there's all these questions, and I'm just going to want to stay up all night. Clippers talk, lock in, all-nighter, land party. Shanae says, so there are seats. They had them available and open, but they have them locked as well, LOL. It's Shay Nah. Nah, not Nay. Oh, I'm trying. SS. Renee Z said, I saw a post from Clutch Point's IG page that CP3 was being shopped. Cool. I'm sure they would trade him for the right price. Like, being shopped, he just got there. He's had like 2 games with Wemby. Shake said, we are required to stand most of the time. Oh, okay. It was part of the plan, LOL. But they aren't strict about it. Last time I went there, seats were locked. We couldn't sit. But that wasn't for a game. This was the first game there. So what were you there for before? Jeremy Mormon says, how was parking for those who went to the game? This is a good question. I was in media parking in lot G, I think it is, at the very top. MKXLNT said, killer venue, great seats, team looks great. Look over, and there's Ad Rock on the mic. What's not to love? Renee Z says, and in a corresponding move, the Spurs traded for McDaniels from the Kings, then later waived him. I saw that. Mike Dang said, no, I mean, I love it regarding the preseason defense. The hope is, because, guys, I do want to caution you a little bit because we've had 2 examples the last 2 seasons. It's very clear the Clippers could come out of training camp, come out of the preseason. They're on fire to play defense. And then it's just like Ivica Zubac's left there and nobody else is playing defense at times. Kawhi was very good last year, but obviously injuries over the years. They haven't held to their tenets and their discipline in training camp enough the last 2 seasons. For instance, last year, they started off like a top 5 defense the first 2 weeks. If you just take the defensive rating after the first 11 games of the season, last season with the Clippers, and you go to the last 71 games and put those parameters in, they were 21st defensively after the first 11 games of the season. They fell apart. They didn't hold to it. I think Jeff Van Gundy might change that, though. Guys are buying in. Renee Z says, saw clips in Miami are linked in most of the comments I saw for CP3. Really? Cesar Ramirez said, did Kai Jones just secure the backup big spot? Who gets waived to make room for him, though? This is the problem. This is the dilemma. I don't think he secured it. The way Coach Lou talks about him every time post-game, he talks about him needing to improve. It's tough to secure it when you're talking about a guy that's fighting for a G League spot that he doesn't officially have yet, but he's going to get it, we all assume. Mo Bamba's not in the G League. He can play all 82 games. Kai Jones can't. So how can you be competing with a guy if he can only be up in the big leagues for 41 games? They'd have to convert it to a standard contract. Akrif says, hope you're doing well, Adam. Any thoughts on potentially starting Batum alongside James Harden, Norm, DJJ, and Zubac? No. Because you know what we just heard from Coach Lou postgame? Brad Turner asked him, who's your starting 5? Have you come to that conclusion, that decision? Know what Coach Lou said? The guys I went with tonight. I told you this was going to be the starting 5. If Kawhi is not out there, it's going to be these guys. And it doesn't seem like Kawhi is going to be out there, at least to start the season. He's not playing Thursday. Doesn't sound like he'll be playing next Wednesday. Unfortunately, they're bringing him along slowly, not skipping any steps, being overly cautious. I'm good with it. It kind of makes sense because there's 2 back-to-backs right away. So maybe you wait till after that. So I think after the first 5 or 6 games, I don't know that. That's just conjecture on my part, just trying to read into things a little bit. But guys, the starting lineup you saw tonight, hello, that's it. I've been telling people this for weeks. People disagreeing with me on multiple shows about starting Norman Powell. You can't just lean into defense and, hey, James Harden and Ivica Zubats make things happen. And Big Zoo didn't have a good game tonight. Outside of that crazy dunk off the pass from James Harden, I think second quarter. Oh, my God. But aside from the Kai Jones dunks and the Derrick Jones Jr. dunks, and let's see, KPJ had a crazy dunk. And, yeah, a lot of them. But this is the right move to be the starting lineup with Norman Powell out there because you need his offensive juice. You need another guy that can get shots going and be a threat to spread the floor. Derrick Jones Jr., I don't think, made a three-pointer tonight. This was concerning to me. This was his second game of the preseason. He's gotten 0 of 3 from 3. Overall, his game was good. He hit a mid-range shot again. It was the first shot made by a Clipper at Intuit Dome. I wanted to ask Coach Lou pregame, but I didn't get my hand up in time, or I was too late, and someone else got the last question in before I could. But I wanted to ask about Derrick Jones Jr. and just what he's been able to do a little bit in the mid-range the last couple of games. And wouldn't you know, first shot made by a Clipper player at Intuit Dome was a Derrick Jones Jr. midi. That's something I've been keeping an eye on. But where the hell was I? So he goes 0 of 3 from 3. Terrence Mann didn't take a 3. He was 3 of 3 from the floor. But Chris Dunn, 1 of 2 from 3. There's some of these guys like him, Amir Coffey, that need to take threes, and the Clippers only got up 22 of them. Coach Lou was asked about that post game, but he evaluates whether or not the offense was still rolling, whether they were taking the right shots or not. And I think he leaned towards we were still taking the right shots because they had over 60 points in the paint. So that's how you only get up 22 threes. Talk about Kawhi already? Just did. I don't think he's going to be available opening night. 1 of 1 says Kai Jones over Mo Bamba. I don't think he's proven as much as Mo Bamba, who's played, I think, like 3 or 4 times as many NBA minutes as he has. But, look, I didn't expect Kai Jones to come along at this pace this quickly. I still think, like, he had a screen that was a ghost screen, that he didn't set the screen hard at all tonight. That is still an issue. He's so ready to roll to the basket with his speed that he needs to slow down probably, set the screen, then turn up the turbo button. Someone else saying no shot, Batum starts. Look, I wouldn't hate Batum starting, but Coach Lou said tonight what we saw, that's the starting lineup without Kawhi. Get the Taco Bell fam, says 1 of 1. 24 hours with Clippers talk. You know what? 7 days a week wasn't enough for me. We going 24/7. No, I'll probably be doing this a lot during the season. I come home from a game late night. I want to talk. There's more to get out. Radio might be done, but I'm not done here in Clippers Talk. Renee Z says we're locked on with Clippers Talk. Locked on might be problematic to say. Locked in? Yeah. I think somebody else has the locked on part. Jeremy Marmon said Taco Bell giveaway. Hey, if Chick-fil-A was open, I know they're a sponsor, I'd be going there right now. MKXLNT says expensive, but easy in and out. Which part are you talking about? In and out? Taco Bell? Are we talking about food? Are we talking about Intuit Dome? S Shakes says, yes, Shakes is just fine. It wasn't for a game, for a meeting. Okay. So there are seats at the wall, but it's frowned upon sitting in them, but you can? What are the rules? I'm interested in this. Parking is free for the first 175 people in the wall section. That's dope. Lee Vibin said Jeff Van Gundy's footprint on defense is already evident. Yeah, I think guys just get excited for – there's something about an OG like Jeff Van Gundy being the defensive coordinator for this team. I think guys love him. and he's just so reinvigorated, I'm sure, being back in the game, back in coaching. I know he did some consulting stuff with Boston last year, and he was going to have a place on their coaching staff, but the Clippers got him. They nabbed him. That's Steve Ballmer. No salary cap for coaches. I think he is genuinely on fire to coach, and guys sense it. He cares, and he happens to be great at this. On top of all those intangibles, he's a great defensive wizard. His defenses as a head coach were always top 6. So I have said top 5 might be aspirational. Maybe I'll be wrong with that. I feel like top 8, somewhere between 6 and 10, but they probably need to be top 8 defensively in order to put themselves in a position to stay out of the plan, be a top 6 team. Mike Dang says, but now a lot of the defense is coming from the second unit. KPJ is low-key not bad. Who told you about that? I put out the defensive mixtape with KPJ. Did anybody watch this? I think so. I had it on X. See, people think, at first it seemed like a long shot. And I was wrong about that. I didn't know Coach Lou had a plan for KPJ. Once he said, in order for us to be successful, he's going to have a big impact. I did a 180. The evidence changed. Obviously, KPJ was going to be used then, and Coach Lou had a plan for him. And it wasn't, this is giving him a shot. This was, okay, I know what I want from him, and he's going to have to be a big part of this team. As soon as that was said, I was like, okay, KPJ, I'm doing a deep dive. I'm going to try to learn everything I can about Kevin Porter Jr. and what he can do on the basketball court. So I put together a defensive mixtape from a YouTube that I found, and it's out there, and you can watch it, and there's some really impressive highlights from Kevin Porter Jr. on defense. So I'm not shocked with what he's been able to do. He was a part of that group that was disrupting everything that the Dallas Mavericks were throwing at him at times tonight. Himothy said, Law's latest tweet may be hinting that Kawhi could come back after 3 weeks of the regular season. Let me check on this. I didn't know Law's latest, so like his latest? Teron Lue talking about 10-man rotation to start the season. That will likely be the case for the first 3 weeks of the season and or whenever Kawhi is ready. I am putting my over-under on November 2nd versus Thunder for Kawhi being back. Is that what he's saying? Sure. I'm good with whatever. It's meaningless to project when it comes to Kawhi. I hope he can get healthy, and I hope he can help this Clippers team and stay healthy, because it's just been really unfortunate, and I feel bad for him, first of all. I know he wants to be out there. Ray said, this is my 3rd live YouTube stream on the Clips. WTF is up, sickos. There's more people in here than I expected. So, yeah. Should I DoorDash some Taco Bell? Should I put, before at least it goes to the credit card part, should I put what I'm going to order here? I can share the screen. And I'm guessing Taco Bell. What else is open at this time? Okay, I'm going to sign into my DoorDash. This is what happens with Clippers Talk After Dark. Is this good content? Is this something you guys would be interested in? Oh, I just got my DoorDash verification code. Juan Flores says, I hope Dunn improves. Dunn had some ridiculous defensive plays. Do you know who Chris Dunn is? He's 30. Chris Dunn led them in the plus-minus category tonight. He was impactful with his defense. I don't know what you're looking for when it comes to improvement from him. Have you watched much? He's pretty close to a finished product, and that's okay. Chris Dunn is an absolute dog on the perimeter in a good way. Defensive juggernaut, a force of nature, as Brian Seaman said. He also banked in a 3. Aside from all that, he also banked in a 3 and got it to go. So many comments in here. I love it. You guys are going to keep me up here all night. I don't care. Alfonso Lopez says, I got Lou Will vibes from KPJ off the bench. Yeah. Look, I should probably clarify this because, at first I was like, I don't even know if KPJ is long-term for this Clippers team. And we don't know how things could go because there's still a looming possible suspension from the NBA. So that's concerning, obviously. But this guy Jordan was calling me out saying, you flip-flopped on KPJ. Well, once Coach Lou says a guy is going to be a big part of this team and is going to have to be for them to, and I'm looking for the exact quote. Here's the exact quote from Coach Lou on KPJ. This was at Media Day. This is what changed everything for me. He said, for us to have success, he's going to have to be a big part of that. Unquote. So when the evidence changes, my mind can change. All right. And we still don't know what's going to happen with the NBA. And a likely suspension, I would guess. That seems to be where everyone's coming from. That's in the know on these things. And that could really set him back because roles are going to start getting defined. Minutes are going to be allocated. Like, it's going to be hard, as talented as he is, if he's suspended for a significant amount of time, to then on the fly during the regular season, jump back in. I don't know. But damn, he's talented. MKXLNT said KPJ looks like a 2K player coming to life. That lob he had tonight was ridiculous. That might have been the best lob of the night from KPJ. But, he's explosive. He's got hops. So not that crazy. It was from Amir Coffey. Then a right elbow jumper. Another off the right elbow. I'm telling you, right elbow jumper is his sweet spot. Fall away. Fade away. And then he had the insane fade away falling out of bounds near the baseline and one. That stuff is special. And I understand the Lou Williams comparison. How about Jamal Crawford comparison? Him, as he said, Law is quite closer on the team. I don't think he is type beat writer to guess. Law's guessed on stuff too. We all do that. I'm not saying he's wrong. It's an educated guess, is what I would guess. Renee Z said, Caesar, if Kai Jones is still playing, he isn't guaranteed the backup center spot. He's still playing for a two-way at best. That's what I've been trying to tell people. How can you compete with the backup or for the backup center spot with Mo Bamba when Mo Bamba can play all 82 games? Kai Jones, if he's on a two-way, can only play 41 games at the NBA level. They convert it, then that's different. Renee Z says Kawhi may not be ready as of right now, but when he is, I'm hoping we're in a good spot standing-wise. Yeah, me too. It's not going to be easy. Their schedule is brutal. I think if you go to tankathon.com, strength of schedule, NBA, I think it changed the other day, and I'm not sure how. I was looking at a different metric, but it's funny. Everybody has 80 games left. Well, it will end up being 82. This is changing. So they're fifth right now on Tankathon when it comes to strength of schedule. Fifth. Again, this is going off of records from last year. We don't know how much things could change as the season goes along. Okay, Jordan, my God. If Kai Jones develops a three-point shot, we might have a three-peat potential. LOL jokes. Okay, he was joking. I read the first part too fast. Jordan, if it's the same Jordan on Twitter that was calling me out earlier, I gave you credit. You were big on, speaking of big, Carlo Jimenez is in here. I think it's the real Carlo because it looks like his YouTube account. I respect the grind. Bro, I'll send you the link. If you want to jump in, just let me know. I'll send you the link in a second. Clippers Talk After Dark. Carlo, the legend of Carlo Jimenez. Emphasis on the him. Javal18 says, is the case still going on for KPJ? Yeah, they're still investigating here. Carlo hit me up in our group chat now, calling me a true Clipper sicko right here. Come be sick with it. I'm gonna just send it to him and see what happens. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not guaranteeing anything. Okay, but when I see someone of the stature of Carlo Jimenez in the stream right now at almost 1 a.m, I'm gonna make sure the invite's out there just in case, We're about this Clippers Talk Live. Talking Clippers is what we do. Artref, I probably mispronounced that. I want to start Batum to give James as much spacing as possible when Kawhi isn't out there. DJJ isn't really one, and Mann is a bad, mediocre one. Okay, Terrence Mann just shot 44% from three the last 50 games of last season. Do we understand that? Terrence Mann is a 37% career three-point shooter. That's above average. Derrick Jones Jr. is not. You could make the argument, yeah, Derrick Jones Jr., we don't know what he's going to be from three. He is a career 31, we'll round up. It's 0.316, 32% career three-point shooter. It's been going up, though, as of the last 3 years, from 31% to 32% to 34% to a little bit higher on the 34% as I was rounding up. Like, it's going up. I sent something in Derrick Jones Jr. You guys tell me if you've thought this too, but this is somebody who is driven. This is somebody that is not going to rest on his laurels just because he finally got a real contract and isn't on a veteran minimum anymore. This is an absolute dog who wants to get after it and prove that he should have been getting more minutes earlier on in his career. I think there's something to guys, we knew this with Blake, that are in the dunk contest and they get pigeonholed as just being a dunker. I think Zach LaVine to some extent too. Those guys tend to be hard workers, so they can't just be stereotyped. I think Derrick Jones Jr. is one of them. He's a low talker, and it's almost intimidating when he's talking post-game. And I made that little clip of him saying, you know what's going to happen if somebody tries to jump with me. Like, oh, shit. I couldn't say that earlier on the air, but I can say it here. Like, this guy's serious. I love him. And he's 27 and therefore not a finished product. Brian Donta says, hi, Adam A. Tuning in from the Philippines. What's up? Longtime Clippers fan here. KPJ, Kai, Derrick Jones Jr. getting me excited for this year. I love defense, guys, because that's when my shot started breaking with my basketball game, when my shot got broken, I would just go out there and try to guard the other team's best player and impact the game that way. So when I see guys on the Clippers now that want to do this, not that I'm comparing, I was nothing. But intramurals, brother, these guys genuinely have a passion for playing defense. That's what I love. More Carlo. Yeah, I'm going wild. Get some rest for what? Turn down for what, dog? Sickos committee. Ooh, should I go Jack in the Box? Okay, I could do this. I could really do this. I could really order off a DoorDash with you guys. Will you guys stay up with me if I order off DoorDash? I'm trying to... God, there's so many comments in here. If I order off DoorDash, will you guys stick with me here? And will you help me with my order? Old Dirty Dasher saying my body fat's going to get shot. If you know, I haven't eaten since like 2 p.m. today. Jordan said, yes, glad you got to get familiar with KPG's game. First of all, I knew his game. We're talking about stuff outside of his game that could really keep him from getting a real shot with the Clippers, especially with how many guards they have. But when Coach Lue said the words he said, okay, they're committed to figuring out what they have with KPJ. It is always hard to know how good a guy can be. We're not doing a Truman Show thing, okay? Live stream 24/7. We're not doing that. I mean, maybe. Can we attach? You guys ever seen Requiem for a Dream? Great movie. Highly recommend. It is a hard R. But they attached, like Marlon Wayans did, they must have attached a camera to their chest. So the camera is pointing back at their face. Like before there was the selfie cam to do that. Someone had to come up with this back in the late 90s, I think, when this, or early 2000s, maybe 2001, Requiem came out. Sorry, the soundtrack's incredible. I haven't listened to it in a long time. Yeah, I could like attach something to my chest like that and just have the selfie camera thing in front of me at all times. That's where I'm headed. Guys, should Adam get cinnamon twists? Oh, from Taco Bell? That could be arranged. I need to know. Should I order something and do you guys want to help me with my order, or should I try to live right and live clean? McDonald's chicken Big Mac. Sleep when you're dead. Sleep is the cousin to death. I don't know if there's enough food talk, but I'm getting so hungry. What do I care? It's not about you guys. It's about my tummy. It's about what I need. It's about a craving. Is there a pizza place still open? Renee Z. Carlos says, what's up, y'all? Why are we all up this late? Is this really Carlo? I hope it is. Because I did send him a link. No, it has to be because he sent the text message earlier. It's confirmed. It's been vetted. Renee Z says, when Ty Lue says that, does he possibly know more about the KPG case and possible punishment? No, I don't think that's the case. Jordan said, Ballmer will not leave Kai Jones or will not let him stay on a two-way. Ballmer loves his potential. That's what a fake Carlo would say. It's me, Adam. That's exactly what a fake Carlo would say. That's what evil Carlo would say. No, Carlo's not evil. He's the nicest. And he just texted me, it's really me, LOL. Oh, this is fun. I sent him the link. He likes being a voyeur right now. He likes being part of the audience. I get it. Different perspective here. Ray says Carlo is making his TikTok edit. You're right. He can't be on here because he is putting together his masterpiece for opening night at Intuit Dome tonight, even though it was a preseason game. He's making magic. Yeah, he said it. I'm literally editing right now. You are so right. TikTok sickos, get ready. Carlo is on a different level with his effects. I can't even, like, I did a few of these little snappy TikTok things, put them up on YouTube Shorts and put them on TikTok, and I could do it a little bit, but I could never do it like the way Carlo can do it. It bothers me. It really does. So I'll just stick to my lane, stick in the long form late night podcasts with a V. What do we got? Yeah. Mark Carlo. Cesar Ramirez says, I understand Kai's on an exhibit 10. That's why I said who would have to get waived, traded to make room for him. I've been that impressed by Kai. We all have. I'll take that energy and extra hustle over Mo Bamba. You got to at least let Mo Bamba get a chance as a Clipper. But yeah, Kai is flying right now, high. Sky Jones. It's not just like he's flying when he runs. He's got the cape on. You remember like the little cape sound when you're playing Super Mario World on the SNES? Like that's Kai Jones flying around on the court. He's so fast. He's too fast for his own good sometimes, though, with these screens. He's got to slow down, set the screen, and then hit the gas. Benit Shima says, T-Man is expendable. We have Derek Jones Jr., Batum, Dunn, Jordan Miller. We need to get a power forward. Again, as soon as you all will actually bring up some power forwards that are realistic, I'll listen. I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. Somebody said Jay Crowder, who currently isn't signed. Okay. They still have to open up a roster spot. Someone said Gallinari. Gallo did not look good last year. I love Gallo, but I don't think that's your starting four. And I love Gallo. Himothy said Aaron Gordon was treated like a dunker, and look how helpful he became to the Nuggets. Great example of what I was talking about earlier. You're right. These guys don't want to be labeled as just being a dunker. What's the deal with guys being labeled dunkers? I felt some Seinfeld in my own voice there. Javal18 said, what do you think about Jordan Miller's ceiling? I love how he creates his own shot and for others. His defense has been improving. I hope he can get more minutes. Me too. But here's the conundrum. Here's the problem. Can you give young guys more minutes while still winning? Because I know a lot of you want to win. You usually have to go through some growing pains with young guys, even guys that have looked as good as Jordan Miller. He was still a second-round pick. It's hard to know what's going to look like against top-flight NBA talent. So you're talking about going out and getting fours and improving the team and bringing in veterans and stars, and it's like, but also we want to get younger, Adam. Well, those two things don't work. It's hard to balance it. Renee Z said, hell yeah. Ray said, Adam will be in a stasis pod tomorrow in order to prep for Thursday. Like I'm on one of those journeys on one of the ships in Alien, the cryogenic chambers, not cryotherapy, which I used to do. But I don't think it's any more effective than just icing every night with good ice packs. Benit Chima said, McDonald's chicken, Big Mac. Alfonso Lopez said, thumbs up. I think some of you are like, order some food, dude. You're fading away, Adam. Is that what you guys are saying? Like, I need to order? Here's the problem. The options are limited right now. McDonald's is one. 7-Eleven is one. They know me. Carl's Jr. Ooh, I don't know. The call of Carl's? Is that what McConaughey always says? Is there something to that? Closes 11:29. Oh, my God. That's because we're already in the next day. It's like that didn't help me at all. There's always Taco Bell. What was the old joke about Taco Bell? Something to do with a lady of the night. Not going to get into it. Ray said, player to watch for Thursday. You want me to go player to watch for Thursday already? Player to watch for Thursday. Playoffs? Are we talking about playoffs? I'll give you a player to watch for Thursday. Give me a second. Artriff says, when is Mobama expected to be back? Man, we don't have an update on that. I asked Homer on the pregame show. We don't know. When is expected to be back when he's feeling healthy. Old Dirty Dasher said, I'll have you on as my sleep ASMR. I hope that's not something dirty because I don't know what that means. ASMR. Does anybody know what that means? Is that a sleep paralysis thing? Saying autonomous sensory meridian response. Is that what he meant by that? It's kind of deep. ASMR, a feeling of well-being combined with a tingling sensation in the scalp and down the back of the neck, as experienced by some people in response to a specific gentle, it said gentle, not something else, stimulus, often a particular sound. Oh, you mean like a white noise maker? I'm just white noise now. That's tough to hear. Is that what ASMR means? Diniguan 33. Ass to ass. Oh, he's talking about Requiem for a Dream. I told you it's a hard R. Natural Haunt said DJJ definitely has an edge. He doesn't shy away from guarding the best player. He wants it. He wants the smoke. He is going up the chimney for the smoke. He's like that. You know, also, by the way, I heard that Chris Dunn, one of his nicknames is Smoke. Not bad. I'm still laughing from that comment from Requiem for a Dream. Yeah, it is. Clippers Talk After Dark. When else should that come up? Natural Haunt said, oh, he already said this, and, you know, I'm a little bit tired. Churros. Taco Bell has churros, okay? QQA, this guy is a machine. T1000 pregame, postgame, halftime game, after dark, 7 days a week. We are 7 days a week on Clippers Talk now. We've entered regular season mode already. Got to it early. Adam, late night food ASMR channel. I'm still not convinced of exactly what that means. Jordan said you thought KPG was a bad defender. I didn't necessarily. I mean, he has been a very bad defender at times. I also said his size, there is potential there. Jordan's just hung up on like, oh, I got him. Adam was wrong this time, and he called me a casual one other time. I'm never gonna give this up. Oh, I'm a dog with a bone. I got something to pick with Adam. Let it go, man. Renee Z says Carlo got to prove his identity and join the stream. Yeah, he could be a total fraud. You're right. Prove yourself. No, he texted me. He's working on TikToks, guys. You're going to love it. No. I actually talked about his playmaking on Clips and Dip. I talked about it. I didn't say all his stats were empty. I said, yes, there's too many variables to know how meaningful those stats are. Getting 19 points on a team that's winning 25 games, doesn't mean you can be a star in this league. See Jordan Clarkson early days with the Lakers. He's a good six man. Brian Dantas said, did you guys see the 60-minute interview with Ballmer? Gotta love that guy. I haven't seen it, but I do love him. Yawning Tears said, Sky Jones practicing his three-point shot at half. Good to see him getting practice against better talent. ESPN now has him listed as a power forward. He was on the box score earlier. I don't know why. Ray said, yeah, Brian, the opening line was amazing. About the A to A. Renee Z says, if Kai gets an opportunity, PJ has to go and possibly Bones with the draft pick. Maybe. That's how you convert them. Kuzma. But ain't Chima. All the comment is Kuzma. That's funny to me. I like Kyle Kuzma. Don't get me wrong. I like Kyle Kuzma. Okay, here's my problem with DoorDash this late. Here's what I get concerned about. Like, the person that is going to pick something up for me this late, they're in hell, right? They really don't want to be doing this. Like, maybe they're a night owl. Maybe they're listening to Clippers Talk After Dark. But I worry about, quality of food this late at night. It can be hit and miss. It can be a roll of the dice. And I don't want anyone, I feel bad, even though I'm going to tip well, I do. I feel bad for even ordering something. But if I don't order soon, they're going to close at 1:30, at least the one closest to me. I got a real selfish choice on my hands. Maybe I just shouldn't do it. Should I do it? Is there any other place that's open? It's legit. Somebody give me something that's on DoorDash. It's legit. I know, McDonald's. See, that's the other thing. I also don't want to order that close to a place closing. They hate that. Taco Bell's out. I'm sorry. To myself. Ray said 60 minutes, quote, with all the subtlety of the Kool-Aid man crashing through a wall, Steve Ballmer entered the NBA in 2014. It's a pretty good line. Oh, yeah. Renee Z said Dwight Howard, too. What do you mean with Dwight? Wait a second. What the hell is this? The hell is this comment? Oh, my God. Did a casual alarm just go off in my head? Oh, am I going to have to put someone in timeout? Dwight Howard developed a good three-point shot? Let me tell you about Dwight Howard and his three-point shooting. He has taken a total of 103 of them in his career. Some of those were probably half-court or full-court shots, most of them. He's hit 22 of them. His last year in the league, he took 15. He hit 8 of them. I mean, I guess you could make the argument, on extremely low volume, hey, he shot 53% on threes. He took 15 of them. That is Not who Dwight Howard is. Are you talking about? Is there a different Dwight? Am I confused? Shake said, the longer you take, the less options you'll have. Order already, LOL. Right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. That Carl's Jr. thing threw me off. I need something that's really going to hit the spot, you know? I get cravings like a pregnant woman sometimes. That's me. Renee Z said the Big Carl double Western cheeseburger are good. Yeah, but I don't think it's still open. Benit Chima said Clippers need to acquire Kuzma. God, we're already an hour in here. Great. How do they get Kuzma? Y'all gonna offer any solutions? One of Norm or Man will be in the package. Yeah, probably. You're saying Dunn, KPJ, Man, Norm, Batum. What? Is this a lineup or a trade for Kyle Kuzma? Please be more specific. Etraf says Norm, literally one of the few real shooter shot creators they have. Trading him for Kuzma would make no sense at all. You're trading one out for one in, and Kuzma's a better defender. God, I think he was the best defender the Lakers had against Kawhi a lot of the time. Cesar Ramirez said, anyone else worried about Kobe Brown's development? Still early, but he's not looking too good out there. Kobe Brown's in this kind of no man's land. Is he a forward? Is he a backup center? I don't think he can play the three. Can he guard on the perimeter well enough? Does he have quick enough feet? Kobe, the three-point shooting to me is what I think is holding him back most of all. He hasn't been taking them lately. Let's see. Tonight, yep, he didn't even take a shot in 7 minutes. Dear God. He was doing dirty work. He got some tough boards. I did see that. Got to the free throw line. But he has not been aggressive the last couple of games, and he was my player to watch. Now, I didn't know till pregame that Coach was like, yeah, we're playing the starters more. So I stuck with Kobe Brown anyways, knowing that he probably wasn't going to play very much. I don't know how he fits in, guys. It's not an easy fit, to say the least. I think it comes down to McDonald's, by the way. And I think it comes down to 2 cheeseburgers and some cookies. And if they taste good enough, I'll eat most of it. If they don't, it's like whatever. I'll kick it out. Just eat what I want. Don't have to eat it all. I just like hanging out with you guys. And if I have sustenance, I can continue. This is my favorite Clippers Talk After Dark, outside of driving back with Carlo Jimenez from San Diego. Caught myself there. ST said, quality of dude is great, though. Regarding Kobe Brown, sure. Seems like a great guy. It's about, obviously, more than that at the NBA level. And he's turning 25 later this season, so he's got to show something. You know what? Kobe Brown, my player to watch Thursday. I was a game ahead, over anxious. Kobe Brown, my player to watch Thursday. Big minutes coming. Renee Z said, it's never hit or miss when you got the munchies. What do you mean by munchies? What are you saying? That type of after dark. I wouldn't be able to stay up this late or be able to speak somewhat coherently. Akrif said, Intuit not providing you with some food options? No, there's plenty, man. I tried to avoid. Everything looks so good. Oh, my goodness. Someone said, just hit Denny's. A moon over my hammies? Brunette Chima said, thug it out. What's thug it out? What is that in reference to? I have no idea. Is that about me? Should I not eat? Is that thug life? Is that what Pac was talking about? Like, dude, starve yourself. Get your abs, then get that thug life tattoo. Renee Z said, it's an okay 3-point shot. LOL, at least when I did see it. Dwight Howard? It's not. I just ran the numbers for you. Dwight Howard was never a 3-point shooter. My God. Gregory said he meant Dwight Powell. I don't know about that one either. I mean, Dwight Powell, and I guess he's a 29% three-point shooter who has taken in his career 417 threes. Like, come on. What are we talking about? That's not anything to write home about or to praise. The comment was Dwight Howard was a dunker who developed a okay three-point shot and still played good defense. Let me tell you, it wasn't okay. It was never okay. Never going to be okay. I don't know what he's shooting in China, but it's probably not okay there either. Old Dirty Dasher said, I used to do DoorDash, thus the name. When I worked slow nights, I prefer to do fast food deliveries because they were quick and easy. Slow nights, even at 1 a.m, is this reasonable? Because I just made the order, guys. I'm not kidding here. Damn, they're already there. Holy crap. You guys want to see this? This isn't going to give away my personal information, is it? I think I can share this and not get in trouble. Check it out. They're already there. Wait, this could give away some. Wait, this could. It could. Not now. Not now. Oh, man, I zoomed out quick. Real quick. We're never getting food. Yeah, I ordered it. Kuzma, far-fetched unless a miracle happens. What's the trade for Kyle Kuzma? Give it to me. Benit Chima said Clippers' first 10 games record. Mike Dang, 9-1. No. I'll take 5-5. Bree 937 said, listening in from Ireland, Adam, respecting the grind. How was the stadium? It was beautiful. Bree, appreciate you checking in from Ireland. This is wild. Y'all gonna make me stay up late. I can't believe where some of you people. Philippines, Ireland. Ray said, just get some cereal and call it a night. I don't have any cereal, man. I don't keep any bad stuff in the house. All I could do is like fry up some grass-fed beef and have a protein bar and some berries. Renee Z said, whoever is not playing Thursday or that's limited, they are more than likely set as the rotation. Well, yeah. Also, we heard the starting rotation tonight. The starters tonight are the starters if Kawhi is not available. Old Dirty Dasher said, dang, no way. First 6 games are crazy tough. We'll be lucky to be 3-3, especially if Kawhi is out. To Mike saying they were going to go 9-1 to start things off. First 10 games. Mike Dang said, early games against good teams are the best time to steal wins before they get rolling. That's not a terrible point. The Clippers' schedule goes as such. Ahem. I'm still in the preseason schedule. We got one more game. Sacktown. Who Carlo likes to say, like, Adam's former team. Like, he's always trying to point that out. Like, I still have a ton of love for them or something. When they play the Clippers, I feel nothing. I just want you to know that. And if I have to, I will out Carlo about his former team. Don't make me. So we're talking Phoenix, Denver, Golden State, Portland, Phoenix, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Philadelphia, Sacramento, Toronto. There's your first 10. What's the record? People are throwing it out there. Bonit Chima says starters will be Harden, Derek Jones Jr., Kawhi, Kuz. We're already acting like Kuz is on the team. Are you kidding? I can't deal with this. Jordan said, Adam, it's fine to say you were wrong about your KPJ predictions. You're obsessed, Jordan. I'm just gonna start meeting you. Like, if you're gonna like keep doing this. Like, first of all, we haven't played a game in the regular season with KPJ. Before you try dunking on me, you may want to chill. And by the way, I changed things. I changed my prediction based upon But Coach Lou said, I adjusted. I pivoted right at the right time. I didn't stay stubborn. You wanted me to stay stubborn, I guess. You wanted me to be stubborn about it? You're like, well, I think Coach Lou's wrong. I don't think this means anything. He's probably not going to play him that much. Is that how you want me to operate? Or should I do what I did? Once the evidence changes, I can change my opinion. It's that simple. You guys want the order? I got the order for you. Got it right here. Oh, favorite fast food order? Well, I'll first give you my order from McDonald's. I thought I did. Did I not? I got a, shit, how? I don't remember. So I got a medium value meal, French fries, Fanta orange. There was a time. No pickle. So I'm getting burgers. It's a 2 cheeseburger meal. No pickle, extra American cheese, extra salt, add ketchup packet, French fries, orange, Fanta. Fanta. Adam lives in North America. Whatever. St. Carmen, San Diego. You guys can't find me. ST said delete the VOD. LMAO. Party at Salty Adams. Chill. Jordan said, what's with the new evidence claim? No matter what Ty Lue said, KPJ's NBA stats have always stayed the same. You don't understand the difference between a talented player. I'm just going to, guys, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm going to give him a timeout. This guy is insane. Like, crazy insane. Like, he can't let it go. Jordan, it's really saying more about you at this point. Benet Chima, Norm, PJ Bones for Kuz. I don't think they're doing it. They can probably get a first-round pick for Kyle Kuzma. I don't know if you knew this. Why do they value Norm? He still has another year on his contract. Like, I know Norm is a good player, but they're in a complete rebuild. Carlo a Laker? No, he's not a Laker. Someone asked him, am I still working with Bree? Yeah. Yelling Tears said, what do you think Ty will be looking for to decide between Man, Norm, Derek Jones Jr. for who starts next to Kawhi? I think they'll be looking for defense. I'm guessing if Kawhi's there, that they'll stick with James Harden, Terrence Mann, Derek Jones Jr., Kawhi, Ivica Zubac as the starting lineup. But if he's not, then it's Norm. And that's what was said post-game today. It is no longer a question. No, Carlo is not a Laker fan. Trust me. We wouldn't be working together if that was the case. You need to chill. Levi Ivan said, did you hear about the PG injury? I did. That was unfortunate. That was really hard to watch. But the good news is it sounds like he doesn't think it's anything bad or anything serious. So, Jordan, I literally said earlier in the show, I took accountability. If you can't handle it, man, I'm just going to block you all over the place. Like, you're getting weird on me, and I don't like it. Ray said, had to block Jordan. Don't need that in my life. Yeah, I'm getting there. I try to be nice on here. I try to give everybody a chance, but like, dude's getting psycho. Yeah, it's like that right now. I took accountability. Vinay Chima says, when do you think Kawhi will be back? Dude, this is the $1.8 billion question. I think that's how much Intuit Dome was. I don't know. I think he'll be available within the first 2 weeks of the season, I guess. I don't know. It's just, it is tough to gauge. My guess is because I talked about the back-to-backs early on. So they have a back-to-back. They play Phoenix next Wednesday, the 23rd. Then they have a back-to-back on Saturday and Sunday at Denver, at Golden State. Tough. Then they're off a couple days. Then they have a back-to-back. October 30th and Halloween, October 31st. Both those games at home, Portland and Phoenix. I would guess maybe after this. But I have no idea because nobody does. Because Kawhi doesn't. Because he doesn't know how his knee is going to respond to the treatments. So that's where we're at here. And it's getting late. And if you guys don't have more questions, I see there's still plenty of people in here. Okay, we got more. But hey, Chima said, do you see the Clippers as a lock top 10D? I see them as having to be top 8 if they don't want to be 8th in the standings. If they want to be out of the plan, they have to be a top 8 defense minimum. The only problem with this is without Kawhi for some time, if that's the case, or sporadically throughout the season for back-to-backs and stuff, like there's 16 back-to-backs, okay? I don't think he's playing any of those, so he's at 66 games, as I've been telling you. So then how many more games do you miss? If he plays 55 games, like how good can your defense be without one of the best defensive players in order to be a top 5 defense? I think it would be hard considering the games or the amount we think Kawhi is going to miss. Renee Z says, my guess, Kawhi comes back 2 to 3 weeks. If not, I'd go maybe a week into November. Okay. Cool guess, bro. Do you even guess, bro? Your guess is as good as mine. Renee Z, possibly. Not a bro. Clipper fan. I don't know. But if you want to be like a top 5 defense, I just don't know if they can get there for the entire season with Kawhi being in and out because he is a great defender. Yes, they still have very good defenders, but if you're not scoring on the other end consistently, it's going to take something out of your defense eventually. Minnesota being 17th on offense and the number 1 defense by a mile this last season is not easy to do and very unusual. And my McDonald's is almost here. Guys, I love y'all. I got to eat, and I can't eat and do this at the same time. So I appreciate you, but I got to go. Sadly, I hear him at the door. If I get up, you'll see me in my underwear.